Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. I am watching Band of Brothers today, continuing on to episode 5. This is called Crossroads, and I'm ready to jump into this.
If you're a leader, you lead the way.
Like he always made the right decisions along the way. He was a real soldier. Some of the officers, I don't think I would follow them in the water. But he was
Yeah,
one of the
I love his
best.
honesty. I mean, I guess they're talking about winters. Oh. Ooh. Holy cow, that scared me.
Let's go. Come on, you got 10 minutes. Come on.
Oh no! I hope that wasn't pee. I hope it was old beer.
Oh, that's my own piss for Christ.
Oh, come on! How could... Ah! Disgusting!
Those, huh?
He said it. Come on.
What'd you call it, Taff?
Trigger. That's good. I like that. Trigger.
Oh.
All right, get him on the table. Yeah, Allie. Done quickly. We gotta move. Not too much. Hey, Allie. All right.
Allie suffered what? Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he does go kind of in the front lines every single time. He could easily send someone else, but he doesn't do that. What are they shooting? That is strange.
Third on the right. Nail the machine gun. Second on the left.
Wow, I love this. This is really awesome.
Signal.
Although I'm still like...
Clear to fire.
Oh.
So how many crowds we talking about?
Well, there's a ferry crossing here, so it could be a whole battalion as far as I know. Talbot, you'll take 10 men along the dike. Peacock, you'll take 10 men along the left flank. I'll take 10 up the middle, so follow me. Questions?
I don't know why I'm still doing this.
What, drinking?
No, hiding in your footlocker. Captain, for Christ's sake.
Why don't you just give it up?
It's so that
Thank you.
simple, huh?
Hiding it in my footlocker. You're a captain, for Pete's sake.
He seems to have a problem. That's fine.
No, wait! Oh, wait for the signal!
What if it jammed? Oh, there it goes. Wow, it's just, they blocked out the sound. We can hear them running, but we can't hear them screaming. Oh, so that's, okay. And he's always running out first. That is so wild.
Holy shit!
It's a whole other
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Incoming ground! Easy
Oh.
company, take cover!
Jesus, Captain. They're SS.
Joe? Joe, knock it off!
Damn it, what?
Oh, I
Out, boys.
Joe?
Yeah.
Drop your ammo.
What?
Drop your ammo.
You kidding me? What are you doing?
Give me your weapon.
Yeah.
You have 1 round. Johnny, how many prisoners do we have? Got 11 right now, sir.
Okay. You drop a prisoner, the rest will jump you. I want all prisoners back at Battalion CP alive.
They're like, we know what Spears did. We don't want this to happen again. He's extremely precise. There's something about him. He likes things to be a certain way. He's thorough and very precise. And I think that's what makes him such a good...
You got a drink? Some water.
Yeah, it's water. Okay.
That's just... So he was looking at this. It seems so when Winters shot the one SS and he was just like, what? It's just crazy because you're like, maybe he even had like that thought of like, there are other men. They're just like us in some ways. I don't know. Winters like takes what he does seriously. He's not just killing for sport. He realizes like he's taking lives, even if the cause is for good. It's still like other people's lives, and he's holding that responsibility.
About handling the battalion.
Sir?
Moving you up to executive officer, 2nd Battalion. Colonel Strayer is... Well, he could use some help. You're a solid tactician and a good leader. Don't worry about administration.
Is that malarkey?
Who do you think would be taking over easy, sir?
Moose Heiliger can command Easy Company.
Lieutenant Heiliger would be my choice, sir.
Good. You pack your gear and come on to Battalion CP.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he won't be in charge of Easy Company now?
Like some coffee, sir?
Yeah. Thanks, Doc.
All right.
Doc is so sweet. I love his voice.
If they do run into any trouble, you let me know.
Yeah, those are his boys. I don't know.
You run into any bacon sandwich, do the same, all right?
He cares very deeply.
Trust your non-coms.
Halt! It's me! Hold your fire!
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
Send for Lieutenant Wells.
Go.
Stay away
Go.
from me. Stay away from me, Monsieur. Look at my... Send for Lieutenant Wells, now!
Oh, I can't remember. 2, 3 Surrettes, maybe?
3 Surrettes, maybe?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, were you trying to kill him?
It was 2.
You don't think it might be important to let me know how much medication the man has had, huh? Because I do not see one
That's right,
Surrett on
Doc.
the man's jacket.
That's right.
Sir, was in a lot of pain, Doc. We didn't know what to do.
Yeah, well, you oughta. You know, you are officers, you are grown-ups, you oughta know. All right, let's go. Come on, move it.
Jeez. How did that even happen? How did he make that mistake?
Look what the train
Gonorrhea.
Hey, the daredevil.
Hey, Captain.
Welcome back, Bill.
Jesus, it's true. I never thought I'd see you behind a desk, sir. Well, I just went AWOL from the hospital to get back here, sir. Hope that's not going to cause you a problem.
Would you care if it did?
Not a bit, sir.
Young lady.
What are you telling me?
You, my friend, are headed to Paris.
City of Light.
That's a 48-hour pass.
It's been decided that you need a little dose of civilization.
Jeez. That was the guy he shot. He just looked like a friend. He even smiled. Oh, he's just a kid. Mm. I know. I'm glad he's finding just any moment of like relaxation. I just feel so sad because he's really struggling, and
The costume department set me up with these great Navy whites. What do you think?
I'm trying to watch this.
I've seen this movie 13 times.
Hey, Buck.
You don't look well.
How are you feeling?
oh, he was
Fuck.
gone.
It's a real corker.
Everyone's struggling.
Got that, Benny? Got that, Benny?
He reminds me of, what's his
Got
name,
that,
Sam Rockwell.
Benny.
Hey, pal. Hey, pal. Hey, pal. Hey, pal. What happened? Where the hell are you going?
He came out of nowhere. He slaughtered us. You gotta get out of here.
I just got here.
Not, is that Jimmy Fallon? Shut your mouth. That is not Jimmy Fallon. I can't deal if that's Jimmy Fallon. We're walking into something really bad. There's just something so beautiful about this. I don't know why. How they filmed it with the music. Easy Company moved into the woods near Bastogne without any artillery or air support. It was short of food, ammunition, and lacked winter clothing. Okay. Farthest from your mind is the thought of falling back. In fact, it isn't there at all. And so you dig your hole carefully and deep and wait. Kirihi, scrapbook of the 506. Wow. Wonderful. God. So I really appreciated this episode because we got to see more of Winters and kind of like, yeah, he's this amazing leader, this very calming presence, very understanding of what his role is. But we also see the other side of it where he's going through the suffering of, it's not PTSD because he's still going through it, so because PTSD is the aftermath, but he's going through TSD. I mean, I don't know, like he's in it right now, and it's just this thing that really, like, not that he wasn't humanized before, he's been very humanized, and obviously he's a real person, but the fact that everyone talks so highly of him and looks up to him, and as they should, he was just amazing. He was very good at what he was doing. I mean, even to the point now when I'm looking back at him lifting each of his men up in the first episode, at the end of the first episode, he was just like there for them. Like, he has their backs. Like, that was how he's like the embodiment of walk the walk and talk the talk. So it's really amazing to see, like, a man of his virtues and stature. Like, there's something very awe-inspiring about seeing someone like that. It's the same thing with Desmond Doss. I've brought up Mr. Rogers several times. Seeing a person like Mr. Rogers in, like, a world full of craziness, and, like, he's like this stable, calm, beautiful presence who's authentic and sticks to what he believes, like that. Seeing people like that, it's just like almost being, if you believe in angels, like seeing an angel or an otherworldly being, but they're humans and they just stick to their guns and they really try hard to be where they are. It's not like from nowhere. There's a reason for it. But to see him have the flashbacks of what he was doing while he was in Paris, like he's trying to have this break and relaxation, but he's living the situation. He's in war, so he's going to have to go right back to war. But that break and just him on the train and having the flashbacks, it really, like, put into perspective, and it makes me, it breaks my heart. That's what it is, and I want to explain what I'm trying to say clearly, because so many people have been in war, through war, and are going through wars right now as we speak. It's a very complicated thing for him to have come across that young soldier on the other side and knowing his job was to kill him. I and kill everyone there, but to accept the real responsibilities of those actions. I think two things can be true at the same time. It's not always black or white. It is his job to take out the enemy, and even though the enemy may not all be the enemy, if that makes sense, they're not, every single German soldier was not like this evil type of person, and I hope that doesn't offend people, but it's just the truth. Like there was young men who didn't know any better or were forced into it. It was the same situation. Like they didn't all believe in what Hitler was saying. And just to do his job in that moment, take this person out and take everyone else out, but to relive that moment and to know that it's not like excused. I guess it's like we live in this world where we like to excuse our behaviors, and just I like the honesty that this showed me. From my perspective, what I just witnessed was a man who is Winters, who had to do what he had to do, even though it doesn't come natural, and it shouldn't come natural to just take someone else's life, even if they are the enemy, but to take the weight on him. It reminds me of Vinland Saga, which if you guys haven't seen it, watch that. If you like these types of stories, Vinland Saga is an anime that talks about these types of struggles and battles and what happens with that, and the kind of like, we have no enemies, and in this kind of maybe philosophical way to view the world, but there's a specific scene, and the thing about animation is it illustrates what we can't really show in real time, but the weight of the bodies that were taken throughout this specific person's life, and showing how that holds him down and terrorizes him, and now that he's learned better and knows different. And so it's this thing that there is a weight of this war. It's super complex. It's not just one thing that's going to weigh you down. It's multiple things all at once, and you still have to keep your mind focused, which is so amazing that Winters could do that. But I think what really broke my heart was just knowing, like, when I'm looking at Winters, I'm looking at everyone who's been through war at any point, and seeing like trying to live a normal life, but having the emotional destruction that happens after you take a person's life. And it also made me think of like the lack of support that troops have gotten and after they've come home, because no one can prepare you for the war, and no one can especially prepare you for when you come back and when you have taken the lives. And my heart breaks for everyone who's had to go through that, because I think the majority of people really feel about it. Like it's not a video game to them. It's very real, and it weighs them down. It changes people too. It creates a distance that you can't, like, there was somewhere else. I think they showed that with the other captain, the blue-eyed guy. I always forget his name. But he was just sort of zoning out when they were watching the movie, and I'm sure he was having similar stuff going on. So it breaks my heart. I think I cried just because a young person died. I cried because the guy thought he saw a friend and then realized in that moment he was going to be killed. I cried because Winters also had to have that like real thought. He paused and still did his job, but he paused and it really hurt. It's not lost on him what he is doing and what this war is. And it's not a game. And I think that's what makes me really respect Winters a lot. He's real and realistic, and that's just beautiful that he can still keep a level head and be a wonderful leader, but carry the weight of the the realities and the atrocities of war. It just breaks my heart. That's all. My heart feels a bit, I'm really sad. Like I don't know, just seeing, and I think for men, just seems like men have to, I'm trying not to cry here. Because I have 2 boys, so like a stepfather and brothers. It feels like they can't show emotion sometimes, and they have to toughen up. And if you're in a situation like this, you've got to be tough. You have to. But just to see him like get in the bathtub. Like to find, he was just trying to find just moments of peace. I don't know why that's making me feel. I just feel sad that sometimes for men. I believe that everyone should be able to show emotion and let things out and just live present and try your best to do that, because it helps keep all that like rage from going all over the place. But I understand that it's just like a conditioned response. It's very different to be a man. I can't really understand it, but I'm trying, especially as a mom of 2 boys. I have to understand as best as I can. I can be empathetic. I can't be super sympathetic because I don't know the experience. I can't ever understand, but I'm trying. And it just seems that there's definitely a different weight to being a man, and it's tough. And then in a situation like this, where your life is on the line, and your friends' lives are on the line, and the war is going on, and it's not just about you, it's about this fighting for this a just cause, and making sure that everything turns out the right way. And then having to deal with the trauma of this, and then the other trauma of not being able to really show it, like how you're actually feeling, and not having even the right types of doctors or support systems when you come back. And it's just, it really is, it's so I appreciate watching this, because it gives me it gives me a different view on things. It helps me see from another perspective. And that's the thing about film, and the thing about music and books. We get to walk in someone else's shoes for about an hour and a half, depending on how long the movie is or how long the series is. We get to be in someone else's shoes. It's almost as if we're looking through the lens of their eyes. And that is something that we've never really been able to do unless we read books, or we could, be other characters and see through their perspectives. So having film and music is it's really magical, because it does give us that opportunity to really understand how other people live and how they view the world, and gives us a different outlook. So yeah, I really hope that wasn't all jumbled up. I'm not sure. It really hit something in me seeing that scene, and seeing such a man, such a good man struggling. If you've been through this, I mean, my respect is very high for anybody who's been in these experiences and lived through this. And yeah, it was a beautiful episode. I am gonna jump into the next one. I appreciate you guys watching with me, and I will see you guys there.